being supportive of the Cordoba initiative, and just to be specific, he believes that religious intolerance, demagoguery, and fear-mongering have no place in discussion about development on and around the World Trade Center site.
It's clear that the fact that a Tea Party leader has tried to use the Cordoba initiative's proposal to advance his bigoted agenda should in no way diminish the weight.
I encourage all infidels, Kafirs, and non-Muslims to join me, and Muslims with a conscience, decent Americans, on June the 6th at Ground Zero to protest the mega mosque going up on sacred ground. Thank you.
For many years, I have had a dream that Muslim Americans, who have already been recognized as an integral part of this great country and of the American faith community, will succeed in working together with the multi-faith community to bridge and heal the divide that exists between our great nation and the international Muslim world. This is the task that we must commit ourselves to. Towards this end, we have proposed the Cordoba House project, a project that will do a number of things for our community.
Your community.
First,
your community.
It will serve the needs of Community Board 1, the need for recreational space, for meeting rooms and educational facilities, for arts and cultural activities, and other such programmatic activities as recently articulated by our Community Board Chair, Julie Menon, and which we have shared with the Financial District Committee. Second,
Stealth jihad.
It will improve and develop the development of Lower Manhattan on this block. It will bring
You Muslims have already done enough for our
150
development.
full-time jobs and several hundred part-time jobs.
You have killed enough
Thirdly,
people.
it will establish this community as the place where the moderate Muslim voice condemns terrorism and works for a new, peaceful, and harmonious relationship with all New Yorkers.
You need to do that in our space.
The Cordoba House project has been modeled after the 92nd Street Wise programming and that of the Jewish Community Center. The JCC has been extremely helpful and supportive of this project.
I'm a survivor of the collapse of both towers, both Tower 2 and Tower 1. My two best friends, Captain Terrence S. Hatton and Captain Patrick J. Brown, were both murdered by 15 out of 19 of the terrorists that attacked were Muslim terrorists.
Oh.
And I want to make sure we don't forget that because the Imam denies they were Muslims. I want to be clear that that is true. I have some questions for the Cordoba Initiative. Where did $4.85 million in cash come from?
Yeah. Saudi Arabia.
I've gotten 5 different answers on 5 different occasions from them. First, they denied there was no answer. Second, I was told by the Imam it was 3 organizations, but he wouldn't name them. Third time, by Sharif of Solo Properties, I was told, let's see, 4th time, I'm confused. Oh, we don't have to tell you, that was that answer. Talk to our lawyers. The 5th time, which was last night on the phone, he told me that it's from all American tax-paying citizens. Yeah, okay. The wool's being pulled over somebody's eyes here. He also says that it depends on what day you ask them if it's a mosque or it's not a mosque. Is it a prayer space? Is it not a prayer space? The time we went for a presentation, there was a mosque in the top floor of the building, which we saw the drawing of. It overlooks Ground Zero. It's put there for a reason. When we went to the website the other day, the word mosque was scrubbed from the whole Cordoba Initiative website. It was there, and then it wasn't. We're being deceived. But it just so happens that we have screenshots of the website when it said mosque. Imagine that.
My son, this is firefighter George Kane, who along with 342 other firefighters and emergency responders when the Twin Towers came down. The location is insensitive to the families. It's also insensitive to the voiceless victims. The possibility of anybody who supports Islamic extremism to walk on the grave of the victims is an outrage.
First King Torah's mother. Christopher was a firefighter who was 23 when he died and was murdered on September 11th. Why are you suggesting that it be 2 blocks from Ground Zero?
There are still 997, people that have not been identified. They disappeared. Well, where the hell do you think they are? They're on that ground. That is a burial ground, and to build a mosque on that site is truly insensitive. Thank you.
I'm actually, in a way, glad that this has happened, this controversy, because finally, maybe you, Americans, New Yorkers, will start asking questions, top of the list, what is Sharia? Money is very important because the Cordoba initiative is financed by the country of Malaysia and various other countries, sovereign wealth countries in the Gulf. And it's very important, that is significant because Malaysia is an Islamic country. That is to say, the state religion is Islam. Even though it is a democratic and pluralistic society, 60% of its citizens, Malays, are Muslims, and they have a separate legal system, Sharia. What does that mean? Unlike what they say will happen here, Christians who leaflet or give information to Muslims, Jews who give information to Muslims about their faith, can not only be charged criminally, but they can do long prison time. Muslims who try to convert can be charged criminally. There are separate systems, but the Sharia system applies to non-Muslims in that respect. I want to share with you, and again, this is important because Imam Faisal has an office in Malaysia. Why? He published his book, What's Right with Islam, What's Right with America. In Malaysia, the title was A Call to Prayer from the World Trade Center Rubble, Islamic Dawah in the Heartland post 9/11, in the heart of America post 9/11. Dawah is proselytizing